All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Valsa Williams. The headlines. President Ram Nath Kovind gives assent to Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal appeals for peace and says all steps will be taken to safeguard the interests of people of the state. Campaigning intensifies for further 4th and 5th phases of Jharkhand Assembly elections. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says Centre to honour its commitment to states with regard to GST compensation. Heavy rain lashes several parts of North India. Met Department issues red alert in parts of Uttarakhand. President Ram Nath Kovind has given his assent to the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019, turning it into an act. According to an official notification, the act comes into effect with its publication in the official gazette yesterday. The Citizenship Amendment Bill was passed by the Rajya Sabha on Wednesday and by Lok Sabha on Monday. The act makes illegal migrants of 6 communities, Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi and Christians from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan till December 31st, 2014, eligible for Indian citizenship. The amendment is not applicable to the tribal areas of Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram or Tripura as included in the 6th schedule of the Constitution and in the areas covered under the Inner Line Permit. The government has said there is need to differentiate between intruders and refugees, and the Citizenship Amendment Bill does not discriminate against anyone and does not snatch anyone's rights. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has said the people of the state need not worry about the Citizenship Amendment Bill as their traditions, culture, language and political and land rights will be protected by implementing Clause 6 of the Assam Accord. Mr. Sonowal said some people are trying to spread misinformation to mislead people and aggravate the situation.
I appeal all sections of society, please come forward and create a situation of peace and tranquility so that we could create an environment through which our young generation, boys and girls, the student community can study and excel their academic brilliance in the journey of their career building process. And I hope the people of Assam will consider our appeal sensibly.
The Chief Minister said a committee has been constituted under the chairmanship of Justice Biplab Sharma, who has been given the task to prepare recommendations for ensuring the constitutional safeguards of the people of Assam. Meanwhile, indefinite curfew continues in Guwahati city and Dibrugarh, while night curfew has been imposed in Jorhat and Tinsukia. The Army and Assam Rifles have been deployed in Guwahati, Dibrugarh, Morigaon and Tezpur. Train and flight operations have been affected. Educational institutions also remained closed at a few districts. Senior officials are keeping a close watch on the situation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured the people of Assam that they have nothing to worry after the passing of the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Addressing a rally in Dhanbad, Jharkhand, Mr. Modi assured them that no one can take away their rights, unique identity and beautiful culture, and it will continue to flourish and grow. The Prime Minister said the central government is totally committed to constitutionally safeguard the political, linguistic, cultural and land rights of the Assamese people as per the spirit of Clause 6 of the Assam Accord.
North East के करीब सभी राज्य इस कानून के दायरे से बाहर है. नॉर्थ ईस्ट समेत पूर्वी भारत को जिसे कांग्रेस ने अपने हाल पर छोड़ दिया था, हम उसे भारत के विकास का ग्रोथ इंजन बनाने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं. नॉर्थ ईस्ट के, विशेष करके आसाम के अपने भाइयों बहनों को अपील करता हूं कि आप अपने इस सेवक पर, अपने इस मोदी पर विश्वास रखिए. मैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट के भाइयों बहनों की किसी परंपरा, भाषा, रहन सहन, संस्कृति किसी पर आंच नहीं आने दूंगा.
The Inner Line Permit ILP regime has been extended to Manipur. President Ram Nath Kovind signed an order in this regard. The move comes 2 days after Home Minister Amit Shah said that Manipur will be brought under the Inner Line Permit regime. Manipur is the fourth state after Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and Mizoram where the ILP regime has been made applicable. Outsiders, including people from other states of the country, need to take permission to visit the ILP regime states. In Jharkhand, campaigning has intensified for the remaining 2 phases of assembly elections. 31 constituencies, mostly in Koilanchal and Santhal Pargana regions, will go to polls in the 4th and 5th phases of the polls. Star campaigners are undertaking whirlwind tours in support of their party candidates. A report.
Addressing a public meeting in Littipara constituency in Pakur district, senior BJP leader and Defence Minister Ram Nath Kovind alleged that Congress and its allies are desperate to grab power by any means. The Jharkhand Mukti Morcha President Shibu Soren addressed rally in Poryahat in Godda. Mr. Soren said only JMM and Congress can emancipate tribal people from scourge of exploitation. Jharkhand Vikas Morcha Chief Babulal Marandi claimed that in this election people want to change and bring new party government in Jharkhand. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, AIR News, Ranchi.
Senior BJP leader and Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will address 3 public meetings today in Bagodar, Bengabad and Madhupur. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari will hold rallies in Pathargama and Rajmahal. Meanwhile, polling concluded peacefully for the 3rd phase of assembly elections yesterday. An estimated 62.35% polling was recorded. The Supreme Court will hear on December the 17th the plea filed by one of the 4 death row convicts in the Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case, seeking review of its 2017 judgment awarding him death penalty. A 3-judge bench will hear the plea filed by convict Akshay Kumar Singh. The Apex Court had on July the 9th last year dismissed the review pleas filed by the 3 other convicts, Mukesh, Pawan Gupta and Vinay Sharma in the case, saying no grounds have been made out by them for review of the 2017 verdict. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has rejected the allegation of discrimination against non-BJP ruled states over the issue of GST compensation. She said no state has been given the compensation since August and the centre will honour its commitment to the states with regard to GST compensation. The minister said this while replying to a discussion on Appropriation Number 3 Bill 2019 in the Rajya Sabha yesterday. She said IGST dues pertaining to 2017-18 were discussed in the GST Council and a group of ministers have been formed to look into the issue. After the minister's reply, the Rajya Sabha returned the Appropriation Number 3 Bill 2019 to Lok Sabha. The bill is related to issuing of additional government expenditure of over 21,246 crore rupees in the current fiscal. The centre has contracted to import an additional 12,660 tons of onions and the shipment will start reaching India from the 27th of this month. An official release said, with this, the total quantity of imports that have been contracted so far reached approximately 30,000 tons. Department of Consumer Affairs has also directed state-owned trading agency MMTC to issue fresh tenders for additional 15,000 tons of onions. Heavy rain lashed several parts of North India, including the national capital last night, under the influence of a western disturbance. The high-altitude areas of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, including the famous ski resort of Gulmarg, also experienced moderate snowfall, while the plains were lashed by rains yesterday. The weatherman has issued an orange warning for the twin union territories for moderate to heavy snowfall and rain today. The 270-kilometer Jammu-Srinagar National Highway was closed yesterday evening following moderate snowfall in and around Jawahar Tunnel. In Himachal Pradesh, cold wave conditions intensified following rain and snowfall in many parts of the state for the last 2 days. The higher reaches of the hill state in Lahore, Spiti, Kinnaur, Kullu and Shimla districts received snowfall, whereas several other areas of the state witnessed rain. Met Department has forecast more rain and snowfall in the state today as well. In Uttarakhand, red alert has been issued in wake of heavy rain and snowfall forecast by the Met Department. More from our correspondent.
In Uttarakhand, due to extreme cold, heavy snowfall at high reaches, all the schools up to class 12 and Anganwadi Kendra have been closed in Rudraprayag, Chamoli, Uttarkashi, Dehradun and some other districts today. The state has issued a red alert for heavy snowfall in Rudraprayag, Chamoli and Uttarkashi district of Garhwal region. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
In Rajasthan, heavy hailstorm across the state affected normal life and damaged rabi crops. More from our correspondent.
After the sudden change in the weather yesterday, heavy rain occurred with hailstones in many districts including Nagaur, Jhunjhunu, Bikaner, Churu, Sikar and Alwar. It causes extensive damage to the rabi crop. 4 persons have died due to incidents related to lightning. Expressing concern over the hailstorm and crop damage, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot directed officials to conduct survey of loss to crop. The Met Department has said that in the northern part of the state, dense fog will remain in effect from today. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Madhya Pradesh, Shahjahanpur received heavy rainfall and hailstorm yesterday. Rain with high-speed winds lashed several parts of Uttar Pradesh yesterday evening, bringing down the temperature several degrees below normal. Several areas received hailstorm as well. The national capital also experienced rain with strong winds, which is expected to improve the city's air quality. The Uttar Pradesh government is taking forward Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mission to clean river Ganga to its logical conclusion. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath yesterday visited Kanpur to take stock of preparations for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the city tomorrow for a National Ganga Council meeting. More from our correspondent.
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken forward the campaign of Namami Gange for the cleanliness of Ma Ganga. After inspection, he said that Kanpur Sisa Maunala, that was the largest sewer drain in Asia, and for the 120 years, the entire sewer of Kanpur city used to fall into this drain has been fully tapped. He said the sewer has been diverted to sewer treatment plant and not a single drop of sewer is falling in the Ganga. The CM said that dozens of such channels have been tapped. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
Today is the last day of the winter session of Parliament. The Anti-Maritime Piracy Bill 2019 has been listed for consideration and passing in the Lok Sabha. Several key bills were passed in this winter session, including the Constitution Amendment Bill and Chit Funds Amendment Bill. In Britain, the ruling Conservative Party, led by Prime Minister Boris Johnson, is all set to win overall majority in the snap elections held yesterday. According to the exit poll, Tories will get 368 out of 650 seats in the lower House of Commons, Labour will get 191, the Liberal Democrats 13 and the Brexit Party none. The final results are expected to be known by this evening. Johnson had campaigned on a promise to get Brexit done, vowing to end years of political turmoil over Britain's future that has weighed on the economy and divided the nation. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Subhra Kaul.
Thank you, Valsa. Newspapers this morning focus on the situation in the northeast. 2 killed in police firing in Guwahati as thousands defy curfew. PM urges calm is the headline in the Times of India. Ayodhya order final, Supreme Court dismisses review pleas, highlights the Hindustan Times. On portfolio distribution in Maharashtra, the pioneer writes, Sena retains home, Plum Urban Development Ministries, NCP gets finance, Congress revenue portfolios in Uddhav-led Maharashtra government. Stop FPIs from short-selling stocks, SEBI tells custodians, is the lead in the Economic Times. The move comes after the market's regulators spotted instances of trade by foreign investors selling shares as they don't have. And finally, a lotus on your passport. The statesman quotes NEA spokesperson Ravish Kumar as saying the symbol of a national flower on new passports is part of enhanced security features to identify fake passports. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Subhra. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Ram Nath Kovind gives assent to Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal appeals for peace and says all steps will be taken to safeguard the interests of people of the state. Campaigning intensifies for 4th and 5th phases of Jharkhand Assembly elections. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says centre to honour its commitment to states with regard to GST compensation. And heavy rain lashes several parts of North India. Met Department issues red alert in parts of Uttarakhand.
And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.